Hi, I'm Dave DeLoach, and I've just written a new book for guitar called Play Skillfully. And what this book does is it gives you a really good roadmap of the fretboard that I don't think I've seen available in other guitar books yet. I've spent quite a few years working on this system, memorizing it, learning it, trying to get where I could play it, every day. And what really forced me into this was just, I used to be a professional full-time musician, and then, the family, day job thing came along. And I really wanted to come up with a system where I would get the most bang for my buck out of my practice time. And what I do, this is a 384-page book, and I play through the entire contents of this book just about every day in under an hour. And I found it to be one of the most efficient ways of practicing that I found. It exercises your fingers, your ears, your brain, all at the same time. And this is not just a download book of hundreds of random scale fingerings. What I've done is I've laid out 12 fingerings for the major scale, 12 fingerings for the harmonic minor, 12 for the melodic minor, and then 12 fingerings for each mode and arpeggio nested inside those scales. And what that does is it allows you to play over 2 octaves of any scale, arpeggio, or mode at any position on the neck. No matter where I'm at, I could play 2 octaves of C here, 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 or D7 arpeggio, 2 octaves here, 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 here. Anywhere I'm at, I could play that. I'm not limited by position. And then what results from that as well is that I can cover the entire fretboard, 100% of the fretboard, with a G major scale, an F dominant 7th arpeggio, the 4th mode of a B flat harmonic minor, whatever. And what the beauty of this is, in my book I say I really don't recommend you working on scales all the time. We all know guys that all they know is scales, and they're not really musical. Scales are an exercise. They're the building blocks of music. They're not music themselves. So what I tend to do is recommend you only work on this kind of stuff for maybe 20% of your practice time. The rest of the time you're off learning tunes, coming up with licks, that kind of thing. But I've just found that working on this fretboard mapping system really unlocks creativity. I work on this stuff for an hour. Then you can go back to a pentatonic scale or a fiddle tune or a jazz tune you're learning, or some classic rock or some shredding heavy metal piece, and you're going to come up, I guarantee you'll come up with more innovative ideas, more creative ideas than you would have had before. If I'm going to go out and play a gig, man, I want to be sure I go through this exercise that day before I go to the gig, because I always come up with better solos when I do it. There's something about digging this well of mapping the fretboard that just really brings out your musical DNA, and it really enhances your playing. Now what I've done in the book, let me grab it here, is I have laid out all these fingerings in a way that hopefully everyone can learn off of. I got them in block diagram here. Oh, it's kind of hard to see in this reverse camera here. We've got block diagram and standard notation and tablature there. There's, like I said, there's hundreds of scales in this book. It's a pretty fat book, pretty substantial effort writing this thing. And I guess now, let me explain, let me demonstrate what I'm talking about by showing you what you can do with this stuff. Okay, I'm gonna come down here where my 2nd and 3rd fingers are on the 6th and 7th fret. Now my 2nd finger is only going to play notes on the 6th fret. My 3rd finger will only play notes on the 7th fret. My index finger is going to play notes on the 5th fret, and if necessary, it will extend to the 4th fret. My little finger is going to play notes on the 8th fret, and if necessary, it will extend down to the 9th fret. All right? So I'm going to start playing a C major scale, and I'm just going to go around the circle of fifths playing the major scales. Okay? So we'll start off here with C, and you'll notice I don't change position. You see there that that's just one demonstration. I could have done that exact same exercise at any position on the guitar neck. So you see that the flexibility that gives you when you're writing or improvising. No matter where you're at on the guitar, you're going to have ideas. Now I just played through 12 fingerings there. Obviously, any one of those 12 fingerings could be used for any one of the scales. So if I tied those fingerings together, I'm going to cover 100% of the neck. And I'll show you what I mean here. Okay, you could go up as high as you want to go on the neck of the guitar. So you see how, if I'm a flat picker playing in G, and I know all those fingerings for a G major scale, I'm going to come up with more ideas for improvising or for arranging a fiddle tune. Same with shredding or playing bebop, whatever. I haven't counted. There's probably 400 fingerings in here, give or take. Okay, and what it is, again, it's 12 of each, 12 fingerings for every mode, scale, and arpeggio. And it shows you in here how to tie them together. Now I'm going to be creating a DVD that accompanies the book, hopefully in the near future, that'll go into each example in more detail. Also in the book, the appendix is really a book in and of itself. It's got, just for you music theory folks, it's got all the arpeggios spelled out, identified, all the diatonic chords, all the modes and scales. This book's really a good companion for someone that's going to be studying jazz guitar at college, at Berkeley or North Texas, one of those kind of places. It's great for teenagers who have time on their hands and really want to master the guitar neck for any style of music. It's great for old guys like me that just love to play guitar and want to take their playing up the next few steps. So I hope you can check it out. Check out my website, www.masterguitarist.com, which is under the mothership of deloachmusic.com, where we have some other music teachers there. But I hope you'll give this book a try. I hope you check out my website for some other resources. And most of all, man, I hope you make some good music and have fun doing it. All right? Peace.